What's going on, guys? I'm TL.
And I am Sharah.
And so today, guys, we just want to share with you how we overcome some of our disconnection challenges. Because just like everybody else, we're always promoting that you guys stay as connected as you possibly can. However, disconnection does happen. We just want to talk to you about some of the ways that we've experienced disconnection and then how we've overcome those challenges within our own relationship. Hopefully to help you out. Maybe it's something you do, maybe not. It just hopefully it helps. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Um, so for me, um, I don't really struggle with Shara ever being disrespectful as far as a disconnection challenge. I think I struggle the most when she's frustrated and I don't know why she's frustrated. Generally, she'll tell me. Sometimes she won't. And then trying to go back and backtrack and figure out what I did, what happened, all those different things. And more oftentimes than not, she'll share with me a reason she's frustrated and I don't understand it. I just being honest, I don't understand. Um, I have come from a background where like a whole lot of stuff doesn't bother me. Marine Corps, Army, been a firefighter. As far as that tough guy kind of machismo type background, it's definitely there for me. And so I have to work to be sympathetic and empathetic to the things that she's feeling. And so what is what has been a frustration or disconnecting point for me is when I just either don't understand it
Mm-hmm.
or she is frustrated and I think it's a small thing and it's a big thing to her. So what I have done is I have learned to kind of backtrack and go, all right, sincerely, what did I do? I try to see myself in that moment and understand her response to it. I go back and I do the best I can to understand what actions caused that. Um, Sometimes this is deep as a childhood thing that haven't been healed yet. Sometimes it's as light as I wasn't paying attention, or maybe it was a misunderstanding on her behalf, but I could have altered the way I responded to it
Mm-hmm.
and have hopefully created a better situation or a better scenario next time. But I think the deeper portion of this is to understand the base of her frustration, why she was frustrated, what can I do to mitigate that moving forward? Not necessarily the action, because I can do the action, but I feel personally that the relationship, if you're wise, should change you for the better. And so I started to look at the things that I would change to the core of who I am to be more aligned with her. And so um, it is very important that we're aligned,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's one of the most important things to you.
That we're aligned and we have the same vision.
Right. And so what I have to realize is that there's a give and take and that I am who I am, but we're meshing and merging into one. And in that meshing and merging into one, you kind of got to put down some of your habits sometimes and some of the ways you think and some of the ways that you do things. Continue to be who you are. That's very important. Continue to be who you are, but you got to realize a lot of that is meshing to become one. And that process is a little difficult. It's not easy. It's a lot of dying to yourself. It's a lot
A
of
lot of what to yourself?
dying to yourself.
What does that mean?
Dying to yourself meaning I might hold a thought or a deep seated belief that I might have to turn over or relax in
Mm-hmm.
order for us to get along.
Okay.
Not just get along, but in order for us to move as one.
Okay.
And so, um, and I'm gonna say a lot of that is just change. And I think there's a large benefit to being in a relationship that forces you to change, that forces you to become better. So we talked about some of the ways we mitigated that. Some of the things that she has suggested that I do is go to therapy, and so that's something I've committed to. I've done some therapy for myself, but I realized that the whole person offers a better uh, spouse for the other one, and that's something I want to do. And the other one that I took upon myself is just making sure that I'm constantly in books, I'm constantly in seminars, or I'm in a space where I'm always trying to learn and grow and get better. So not necessarily blame the problems on her, but to my core, do the best I can to be the best version of myself, so I can present that back to her.
Okay. I think a lot of what we go through or what couples go through in general is communication or the lack thereof. I think, and also interpretation. Like something that I might say or you might say to me, I might take to offense, but you meant no malice behind it.
Right.
And I think this is where communication comes in, where we can talk about, hey, this hurt you. Well, I didn't mean to. This is what I meant. If I need to use different words next time, then I will. I think that adjustment through communication is what's needed because what's not said can really be a detriment to your relationship. Um, so for me, communication has been key because I feel like I go into myself so much that I'll just stop talking. In my past, I just stopped talking. I'll leave the situation and I won't come back to it to fix it because to me, it's too much. And I think it has a lot to do with our attachment styles. Your attachment style is anxious attachment,
Yeah.
and mine is avoidance attachment. And so it's a big adjustment for us because when we are in some type of not altercation, that's the wrong word. When we're in a disagreement, and after the disagreement, he wants to talk about it right away. Let's talk about it. Let's get through it. Me, I want to go into my room and be alone for a minute. Like, let me get my thoughts together, get everything together, and let me come back and come to you. And I think that's this in our relationship is what the gap we're trying to feel, so that I'm not spending too much time to myself, and maybe we're in a space to where you won't want to have a conversation so quickly. Maybe you give me some time, not too much time, and you give me that, and I give you. I'm not going to take too much time to myself, so that we have a time frame to where we can come back and have that conversation with each
That
other.
compromise.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, we just shared with you just two things real quick. Um, just a quick recap. Um, for me, it was me not understanding her frustration sometimes, or why she's frustrated, or why the thing bothered her. And then my mitigation was honestly going to therapy, talking to her, understanding what I could do to change that situation next time, and personal development. And for you?
And mine was communication and understanding his needs after an argument, and him understanding my needs so that we can come together to a conclusion, to a solution, so that both parties are satisfied with the outcome of that argument. That's for
Right. So I hope that helps. Hey, another quick thing, man. A couple things. Touch each other when the argument is over. When it's done, you guys are coming to a resolution. Touch, hold hands, kiss, share something, connect in some type of way physically as well. Because you're trying to get realigned with you can physically touch one another or share moments like that
I know
during
it's
that time
hard
frames. It
sometimes.
is hard, guys.
It's hard,
Sometimes.
but if you're laying down at night, at least put a foot on them.
Oh
Just put
my
a foot.
God.
Just, if you don't want to hold their hand at that moment, do something.
Listen, give a brother a kiss. Something. So, like that's a great way to do it, guys. Another great way to do that is set moments with our candles. So, obviously, we're candle sellers. We didn't do this just to push the candles, but it's just something we really do this. We do this. Like we'll do that. So the candles lit, we know, hey, we about to have a good conversation, and it's not always a challenging conversation, but
We usually have wine with it.
yeah. So you know
Not
what I'm
this
saying,
time.
right? But hey, there's something you can do as well, guys, so it can ground you. Hey, but I'm Thaddeus McNeil,
And I am Sharah
and we'll
McNeil.
see you next episode.